were in the audience right now, you'd be having one gala of a time. So if you're anywhere in or around Jakarta, Taman Mau Anggrek, that's the place to be in. Once again, 4 times in a row, we've got a very decent flight path. This time, once again, splitting down the midpoint of this map, opening up the whole area for battles, Victor.
His first raid is going to be going straight to Garrison. Looks like that is the case. They're spreading out around there, but EVOS Phoenix are probably going to shoot a little bit past them and maybe land around Snowfall. So that's going to keep them in a good position to keep an eye out on where first raid is going to be going to next. But everyone else is pretty much splitting themselves up very evenly across the map right now. Sem9 though, they got hot dropped right now by King of Gamers, so they're already suffering some casualties on the King of Gamers side though, so things may not looking that good right now on Railroad because there's already 2 people down. Sem9 getting the kills done.
Yeah, this is exactly why King of Gamers said that they are a problem for them. Sem9's like, yup, we are the problem for you. Kevin77, let's see if or not he can stay hidden away as long as possible. The AK-47 in hand. Raja splitting off towards the right-hand side. But this is going to leave them all out in the open as SES ALFAINK slowly circles around towards their vicinity. Now, Sem9, this might just be an unfortunate oopsie made by them as they go out for the hunt, looking for the final player on the side. Did he just turn around at the final? No, I think he spotted his foot.
Maybe, maybe not. He's
Tell
still
me
sticking
he did.
around.
Yeah,
but
he did.
I think he did. Yeah,
There
he
you go.
definitely did. Oh, nowhere for him to run. King of Gamers suffering the lowest of lows right now after having the highest of highs with the Booyah in the last round. Unfortunately, gets themselves knocked out in 12th place in map number 4. So, again, you know, that's why they already were quite worried about Sem9 from the get-go, and Sem9 probably thought like, yeah, we'll probably have an advantage right now.
Yeah. Sem9 would have probably been smiling year to year when they got named. And I think inadvertently, they might have just motivated Sem9 with their words.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
I mean,
and Sem9 was doing so badly. They're like, we are afraid of Sem9. And Sem9 like, yeah, I'll be afraid of us.
dude, like, no, when you get called out like that on a live stage interview, you've got to respond back somehow.
Oh, yeah.
And Sem9 did the best possible way by responding in-game by eliminating King of Gamers from the get-go. So,
You're right to fear us. You're right.
nevertheless, let's go ahead and see what Flash has been up to lately. They have just mostly taken control of the zone. NIGMA Galaxy as well are just mostly moseying around within the area here. There's no incentive for these teams to go out and find the fights here because these are the teams that are still within that safe zone. NIGMA Galaxy, of course, haven't yet tasted the success of a Booyah so far in this tournament, but they've at least been putting themselves up there just by kill points and placement points alone. But can they finally overcome this really competitive tournament right here? I mean, that still remains to be seen, isn't it?
Let's see if or not Flash will be able to flashily show off this time around. Because just like King of Gamers, not exactly like King of Gamers, but something like them, they did really well in Kalahari and then they pretty much bombed out in Purgatory where I think they were placed in the 7th spot or 8th spot, but they did manage to kind of sandbag themselves with the 6 kills, so that's good on them. But they need to make sure they play a slightly safer game in Alpine, or slowly but surely it is going to affect their overall performance. EARENA on the hunt, looking for Expand. Now Expand can't really take the zipline across because EARENA will be able to shoot them off of those lines. The ziplines, they don't really move you from one point to the other very fast. So that's going to be an unfortunate situation for Expand to be caught in. But EARENA doesn't want trouble. They don't know who they're going up against, but they do not want this early engagement. They peel away. Expand gets to live another day for sure as they continue to run on straight.
That was a very interesting thing just now because I noticed that both Expand and EARENA just kept one person behind while 3 squad members were the ones in the front line. So I think they were like anticipating that any fight at this stage here is going to be probably resulting in a few casualties, so they wanted that insurance policy.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, though, that's with Expand pulling back from that fight there, that means that there's no engagement going to be happening. But at least they do know that a squad is going to be gatekeeping the bridge area, so they're going to try their very best to steer clear of there. Meantime, first Raiders seem to be exploring what options they have against Sem9, but Sem9 seem to be very well dug in at this point. So either they're going to have to find an opening kill or maybe use the vehicle to launch a surprise attack. But Lozzie is already got himself into the building. He's already moving up very rapidly. Probably going to be running to Sem9 very soon. And Aikal already setting up his area effect there. It's probably going to be good if they can actually land some good shots. They try to put a trouble in. Zenopi is going to be first one to hold the line there. He actually takes down Aikal just in time. But Lolzy is going to come up behind with a follow-up. It's going to be able to take down. No, he does not. Zenopi is still able to hang on for dear life, even though he was down to a sliver of health. The glue wall tries to come up, but a grenade launcher from Souza is going to prove to be his downfall as Lolzy finishes off the rest of the frontliners here. And looks like Sem9 very much in deep trouble.
Sometimes it's good to back your team members up. Sometimes it's just an absolutely bad time. And that was when your team member has got a opponent with the grenade launcher. Souza, beautiful double kill, and Souza finishes off Ashura as well. Takes the triple for himself, all on the players of Sem9. I mean, first raiders sure as hell are on fire. Remember, we talked about this team. They know how to get those kills on Alpine, and they've started off great.
Yeah, they only lost Aikal, but that was mostly because he had to go face-to-face against Zen OP, who had a shotgun in hand, so the odds on that weren't great. But if it wasn't for Souza providing that support with the grenade launcher, I think Sem9 thought they had a chance there, really, to try to hold the line.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, a bit unfortunate. Nevertheless, let's see what Heavy has been up to, because it seems like they're getting close to where EARENA is, as we see where this next circle is going to land. Are they going to be within this next save zone, though?
Kudos to Garena, by the way. I think they have very slowly upgraded their UI. And, you know, the UI has just definitely been able to help us paint the story much more clearer. And one of the recent ones that has been upgraded here is the ability to show us how much of coins do each of these players actually have in their pockets. So it'll roughly be able to tell us if or not some of their team members can be purchased right back in, and really paint a better picture of the survivability of a squad when things do go south. For example, if Fudai is the last guy standing, then he has to go to the revival platform. But I believe Buffalo, who had 800 coins on him, yeah, he should be able to buy the whole town as well as his friends right back. So I think this is one of the better upgrades that we have received in quite a while now.
Yeah, it's more information is always better. You know, like what the saying goes, information is power. So yeah, power to Garena for delivering us this information. Nevertheless, though, between Heavy and EARENA, not much incentive for them to move because they're both in the safe zone. So I think it's going to be a bit of a Mexican standoff right now between these two, as neither side wants to fire out that first shot. Because remember, if a third party comes in, that means it's party over, very much so. Meantime, bit of confrontation right now. Attack all around, and EVOS Phoenix locking horns right now. EVOS Phoenix stuck in the cabin, while Attack all around seemed to be wanting to make the move down southwards, but unfortunately got stopped in the way. But look at that loot box literally landing right in the middle of this fight here, straight into Attack all around's lap.
You know, right in their lap is one thing, but straight between him and his opponent, that's... It could be a saving grace. It could just be like the sign from God saying, you know, stop fighting and just find a better position for yourself. And I think they took that as a sign. They just peeled away.
A little bit of divine intervention never hurt anyone, for sure. So, nevertheless, EVOS Phoenix doesn't seem to have an opening, so it looks like they will be regrouping, but mostly sticking within this village right now. So they definitely have a decent position. Not much incentive to run either, but nonetheless, it's going to be up to where this next save zone is going to land up. In the meantime, I mean, things are quieting down a little bit as teams already settle into their zones, very much so.
Let's see what will Phoenix be able to pull away this time round. They have a opportunity to continuously sneak into the next circle without really engaging with anyone. Can't say the same for EARENA, who has got EVOS Divine on the left-hand side and Heavy on the right, with also Mina holding on to the grenade launcher. You do not want to be where you are.
And watch out for Dew, actually. NIGMA Galaxy's Dew is just lurking around the corner there, and he has got a sniper rifle. I think it's like AWM in hand. So if any one of these members from Heavy or EARENA decides to step outside of their cover, that means that Dew potentially could get a free kill that way. So
Or free hit mark.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just to buff up his damage stats, isn't it?
No shade, dude, no shade. Just calling out facts now.
Yeah.
EARENA and Heavy, it looks like they just want to dance around each other for the time being. A lot more time for them to waste since they do have the circle. No need to rush in anywhere. In fact, they're smack dab in the middle of the next circle too. Let's go.
Wow, just absolute luck for them, I think, because that's 2 circles in a row where they were in the middle. So, nevertheless, though, I think it might be an encounter up north because attack all around and first Raiders start to collide in each other. Sales ALFAINK is starting to work their way towards where EVOS Divine is, and they don't seem to be too happy about it, given that they're already firing off shots at them. And first Raiders, they do have the cover of the solar array at the moment, while Aikal is going to try to peel away here, and he does. Everyone else basically follows his lead, just peeling away from this battle. They don't want to fight against attack all around, knowing that they're a full squad, but then they are not going to be letting them go that easily, though. Lalzi just lost his vehicle right now. Attack all around, shooting at him as he attempted to make an escape.
Attack all around. They don't have a lot of time here. The circle's already slowly inching towards them, and they're still wasting time at the very edges of those circles. So that's going to be unfortunate if they do get caught out and another team meets them halfway. NIGMA Galaxy slowly circling around to meet the home ground players of Saudara Esports, ALFAINK, SES. They need to start moving as well, but I like the strategy out of SES. Although they know they're outside of the circle, they also know there's someone approaching from the back, and they can't really move just yet. And Abax just gets taken down. That's EVOS Divine. No kill coming through just yet, though, and Ray finds Aikal. Lozzie trades Ray right back, and that's just going to slow down Saudara for a bit.
Yeah, a bit of a messy one right now as blue walls are starting to come up, and the first Raiders, they are going to be facing a little bit of pressure right now to try to finish off this fight running outside. Lozzie still attempting to try to glide around us, but sells on fight. Ray finds the kill onto him now, so he is locked in place. Should be finished up at this point, and Sales ALFAINK still has 4 members up. Aikal is going to try his very best to recover. He does get a knockdown of Ray, but he is going to get traded as a result. So says ALFAINK still having full strength, and at this point will be able to take Aikal out of the lobby completely, and looks like they have won this battle quite handily here. So that's the thing about taking up these fights. You cannot afford any half measures. You know, you have to go a full in for the commitment, or else you're just going to be eliminated one after another, just like how First Raiders was just now.
At the end of the day, SES ALFAINK, they are the big brothers when it comes to the Indonesian scene over First Raiders Eclipse. So the little brothers just have to bow down and out for a little bit here as they allow their big bros to get the job done. But can they actually do it? That's still a question that's up in the air. Expand outside of the circle as well. 8 more seconds for them to start moving on in, but it's just a little bit too crowded in there, don't you think, Victor?
Oh boy, and speaking of getting crowded, look at EVOS Phoenix crowding inside this tower. That's going to be a trap, literally, for Trollables. But First Raiders Eclipse nevertheless gets themselves eliminated, so that little assault has just bit them in the back. NIGMA Galaxy now getting some shots onto Heavy here as they're getting pounded upon by EVOS Divine, who is coming up from the south side. And EVOS Phoenix, in the meantime, caught up in this very tough battle here. It's attack all around, storms the tower, completely eliminating them, while Moshi from the outside tries to recover some of those points by taking down Jump God, but isn't able to finish off the kill. There's attack all around. It's already taken control. Now they're just moving in, using the jump pad as well to get in another position. Moshi, though, he is in position to take him down very quickly, and does so in very spectacular fashion.
Yeah, but now they are already bleeding. 2 players out of the equation already. EVOS Phoenix needs to play the game of survival without getting into another engagement. 4K, we don't know who knocked him down onto the ground, but he's going to get expired in a little bit. Moshi facing a lot of heavy firepower alongside Get High. Karoro, final player on the side of attack all around, outside of the circle as well. He can fly right back in, but where will he land? Right on top of EARENA! Out in the open! This is a GG! Karoro runs straight back in, and nobody spotted him. What a savior here. And now Karoro from the back. He literally runs, sees a player, trigger discipline, doesn't shoot, gets into his own time turner. And what chaotic experiences this guy is facing out there. But still, nobody takes a shot against him.
The fights are also chaotic. Look at the amount of troubles coming up on the Team Flash's side. They want to take control of this building, which is currently being held by both Expand as well as Team Heavy. But then now, Flash is still around the outside, completely out on lurch. In the meantime, Kokoro finally gets shut down thanks to a back 7 shot there from Says ALFAINK. Now, let's see whether or not Flash will be able to break an entry. They do have an entry. Again, they are using that to get into the building, while Expand and Heavy are still tied up on the other end of this building here.
Protete, slow approach towards Expand. Team Flash on the other hand, long shots against SES ALFAINK, who are very busy with EVOS Divine, so that's a smart play from Team Flash, but they are poking the hornet's nest because the last time we checked, Team Flash needs to also deal with Heavy, who are attacking from the back. EVOS beyond, final player! But he gets taken out of the equation, all thanks to SES and NIGMA Galaxy at the very same time, doing great work on the players of Team Flash, leaving just Bloody and Yan Bin all together.
Yeah, Says as
but
well as
Jojo!
like E9, Jojo right now not quite getting himself in a good position here. But nevertheless though, Flash still waiting for an opportunity, but unfortunately they lost both Vio and Shin in an attempt to try to take over the building, so they're not exactly working their very best. Sales ALFAINK right now is the top kill leaders, and they are on the opposite end of this circle, so they can pretty much afford to stay out of trouble and let the other teams just eliminate each other. As Bloody gets a good recovery there, getting some kill points of his own there thanks to some well-placed shots with his sniper rifle, but gotta watch out behind. Expand just moves in onto them. Oh boy, this is gonna be big trouble right now for Flash. Yenbin desperate to try to hold on, but a time turner is not gonna save him from X-Roy's Shawn-off shotgun.
Yeah, Roy just says get the hell out of here. But great time turner played against Team Expand though. But Expand now downstairs. Up on top, you've got a heavy squad who might just bring the whole roof down. Towards your left, you've got EARENA. But it is Heavy that engages first. Limit gets knocked down. Who takes the kill? It's still me now. Heavy still claims that point away, and Expand doesn't get to steal that from anyone. But top 3 for Expand. Can they continue to survive though? EARENA can make quick work of them. The circle started moving already. Everybody's on the edge of it, which means this fight now needs to be dragged outside of this compound.
Yeah, I mean, what was Limit doing all the way outside? Now EARENA is going to have to fight with 3 people. Milnow's going to get down on the ground here, but he's going to be blocked by a blue wall. As Expand still has a 4-man squad. Now they're going to be moving around the corner here to meet up against EARENA as well as Heavy. Now they're going to try to get on the top. Milnow's forced back all the way up to in order to recover the rest of the team. So it looks like Expand already has full control over the ground floor. If they can just eliminate the rest of EARENA, which they're attempting to do, but Shut Up is still attempting to fight his own, and it's already gotten a knockdown and a kill onto the Axel. So it's not exactly a bloodless fight here. Expand literally needs to wipe them out quickly now before Heavy starts to roll in. Oh no, it's too late. Heavy rolls in heavy onto Expand and takes him out completely, leaving Shut Up the only member left, and there was easy pickings for the Vietnamese squad.
Oh, and Team Heavy deals a heavy blow to everybody. Expand had a great play, but it was against 2 teams that were just much better positioned overall. Heavy had that high ground advantage, did not want to engage with EARENA, and finally when Team Expand kind of rolled in from that right-hand side flank, that was the perfect advantage for them because that distracted the players of EARENA for Heavy just to clean up shop and take the booyah. What a fantastic strategy executed.
Wow, I mean, again, like, they were holding onto that rooftop for the longest time, and Milnow, you know, he attempted to go down on the ground to maybe get some kills, but then realized very early on that this is going to be a very tough fight, so he regrouped with his team, and they all went down together, and that's the way they were able to stomp out their opposition in that building itself by going full force,